Right, we're going to look at Chapter 6, Lesson 4, using models to multiply decimals. I've made some materials here, the introduction to new material, and you will use the My Math materials for the guided practice and the independent practice. Similar to how we modeled with multiplying fractions, we're going to model that same way with multiplying decimals, because decimals are only like a special type of fraction. So if I'm looking at example 1, it says use models to find the product of 4/10 and 3/10. So first we're going to show 4/10 along the base, and then we're going to shade all of the 4/10, right? And we're finding 3/10 of that number. And so then I'm going to show 3/10 on the side, and I'm going to shade in where the two numbers overlap. I'm going to rewrite my multiplication as 4/10 times 3/10 using fractions. That gives me 12/100ths, and I'm going to rewrite it as a decimal. You can see in this model that I have 12 of the hundredths shaded. Now we go ahead and rewrite it as decimals again. 4/10 times 3/10 is 12/100ths. This work is what kids will do tomorrow. We're just modeling it today with our hundredths grids. Let's look at the next one. Similar, same, like the only thing that's changing now is that you're multiplying a decimal number that's greater than one whole. So we're going to start with 2 and 3/10. So model the whole first hundredths grid shaded in, the whole second hundredths grid, and 3/10 of the third. And then you're modeling 2/10 of that number. So then we're shading 2/10 all the way across. I'm going to rewrite this as 23/10 times 2/10 is 46/100ths. If we go back and we actually count every single hundredth in this in our model, we end up with 46/100ths. Here I have 20/100ths and 20/100ths and 6/100ths. Like, what's I think is so beautiful about this is like you can actually see 1 times 2/10, another 1 times 2/10, and then you see the 3/10 times 2/10, which gives you 6/100ths. Let's go to the next one. The next item has us, now that we're given a model, we have to write the multiplication sentence. And then same thing with example 4. Again, the only difference here in example 4 is that you're working with what will become a mixed number. The other example, like the reason that example 4 differs from example 2 is that here our product is actually greater than one whole. So similar to the work that we did before, we have 224 hundredths. We're going to rewrite that as 2 wholes and 24 hundredths, and as a decimal, 2 and 24 hundredths.